This presentation is a brief survey of Japanese politics with regards to a national context. Most of Japan's current political institutions were created by the Japanese Constitution of 1947. The Constitution introduced a parliamentary style of government to Japan while clearly defining the rights and duties of the emperor, the people, the Diet, the cabinet, and the judiciary. Before the Constitution of 1947, Japan was under the Meiji Constitution of 1889, which provided a significant amount of authority to the emperor. Now, let's focus on specific political institutions. The Diet, known as the Kokai in Japan, is a bicameral legislative body, which means that it has two houses, an upper house called the House of Councilors and a lower house called the House of Representatives. The House of Councilors is composed of 242 councilors, while the House of Representatives has 480 members. Councilors and representatives are elected directly and indirectly by Japanese nationals, who are at least 20 years old. Councilors serve 6-year terms, while representatives work for 4-year terms. Both types of officials make about 24 million yen a year, which is about $250,000 US. The main function of the Diet is to create laws which are passed by both houses and become the supreme law of the land. However, the Diet is always under the watchful eye of the judiciary. The judiciary acts as the court of final say and may reject laws if they believe them to be unconstitutional. Next is the cabinet. The cabinet is composed of members of the Diet who are chosen by the Prime Minister to be put in charge of Japan's ministries. Cabinet members are generally longtime Diet members and belong to the political party which is in power. In addition to overseeing the activities of their respective ministries, they also submit bills to the Diet. Most of the laws which are created in Japan come from bills which originate from cabinet members. The Prime Minister works as the head of the executive branch, as he signs laws, appoints cabinet members, submits legislation on behalf of cabinet officials, and is the face of the top political party. Japan's current Prime Minister is Yukio Hatoyama. He is the top dog. But what about the emperor? Currently, the emperor's power is symbolic and ceremonial. Even without explicit powers, he is still a very important part of Japanese politics, for he embodies Japan's traditions, and he occasionally speaks at the Diet. His opinion is invaluable, for he has the power to influence public perception and Diet members. Now, let's move on to political culture. Japan's political culture is unique in that for about 38 years the Diet was essentially a one-party democracy. The Liberal Democratic Party, also known as the LDP, came into power in 1955 by combining the Japan Democratic Party and the Liberal Party. The LDP, a moderately conservative party, appealed to most Japanese citizens from 1955 to 1993, then came back into power from 1994 till 2009. In 2009, the Democratic Party of Japan made history by gaining control of the Diet and becoming the second party to do so. Another unique aspect of Japanese politics takes place in the realm of political ideology. For example, being liberal or conservative is less significant to Japanese political parties when compared to the West. However, haibatsu, or factions, are integral for survival in Japanese politics. Large political parties like the LDP are composed of several small factions. Sometimes these factions leave their larger parties. Recently, a group of LDP members created the Sunrise Party of Japan. Thus, in Japan, party makeup has the tendency to change frequently, which makes for political intrigue. So this is it. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Japan's political environment is one of richness, so research it if you can. I'm Alexis Hernandez, and see you next time.